All right. Well, here we go, guys. I have never owned this comic. It is the very last comic that Jim Lee did with Marvel before he went off and rode into the sunset to make Image Comics with Silvestri and the crew. So I'm excited to take a look at this. I have not cracked it open yet, so I'm going to do that right now with you guys. So let's check it out. But first, I think I'm going to make a prediction. I think there's not going to be too many iconic images in this. I don't know why. Maybe I've seen them, maybe I haven't, but I have a feeling there's not going to be anything too great in here. But I hope I'm wrong. I feel like a lot of the other books, I've seen shots of stuff. I don't think I've seen too much that's from this book that I've missed. So that's my prediction, but we shall see. I hope I will be wrong. So let's go through, take a look. Okay, so this is picking up where we left off in the last book. I remember seeing this guy. This is Mojo 2, and he finds the Dazzler. Dun, dun, dun. The rest of the X-Men are stuck in Mojo World, or whatever you call it. So we got Jim Lee, Scott Lobdell, Bob Wiacek, and a bunch of others. Bob Harris, Tom DeFalco. So I'm assuming Bob Wiacek is inking. Not familiar with his inks, but they look pretty good. And the X-Men are kind of stuck in this Wizard of Oz type land in Mojo World. Longshot's a cool character. Dazzler. Just got a war paint on there. I feel like we've seen that shot before. It's a classic Jim Lee upshot. This dude is just creepy. I like him though. He's cool. Rogue. Gambit. There's a nice shot of Wolverine. Don't think I've seen that anywhere. That's cool. Of course, Jim Lee does a great Wolverine. I have to say though, I mean, not totally similar, but I do like these stories that kind of just go off the beaten path. Like you got this kind of Wizard of Oz type scenario thrown in there. I kind of dig that. This is something we've kind of seen before, I feel like, but maybe just a little different. But if you guys remember, there was an awesome run of Gen 13, and it was like A, B, and C. I'd have to look up how they did it, but it was just kind of different, like little offshoots, and it was like telling the story of how Image and Top Cow and Extreme like all split up, but told in this kind of like weird, Grunge is like going through this, I don't know, kind of Wizard of Oz type, scenario as well, but I don't know, that was always kind of funny and cool to me. But I just dig these kind of old reused tropes, but you throw, like the X-Men in there and stuff. I dig it. It's kind of fun. But, so yeah. I have not seen, oh, wait a minute. Bada boom. Alright, now this is a shot I have seen. This is pretty iconic. So that explains that. That explains where that's coming from. Now, what's funny is if you see this image nowadays, they've removed the cigar in Wolverine's hand. I have this as my backdrop or my screensaver on my computer, and they've recolored it, and this is missing. So Marvel kind of got all like, we don't want anybody smoking. Cigarettes are bad for you. So this is where it leaves off, it looks like. Next issue, a peek inside. Well, there you go, Mark Texeira doing Maverick, which is awesome. But yeah, so this is definitely an iconic shot here. But yeah, but pretty much the only one, I would say. So there you go. This is like the farewell address by Jim Lee and company. But this is quite the image. It's pretty rad. But who knows what could have been had Jim Lee stayed on with Marvel and the X-Men and all that good stuff. But I, for one, I enjoyed Image for what it was. You've got these awesome creators doing their own thing, creating their own characters. You just felt the passion. The stories might not have been like fantastic, but I still feel like the creations that came out of it, the characters, are still awesome. I love Grifter, I love Zealot, all those guys. So, for what it's worth, I'm still, kind of glad about it. And it ended with Jim Lee going to DC, but whatever. I feel like a lot of the creators, not all of them, but a lot of them just kind of like, I don't know, they just stopped caring so much about the stuff they created, and they just moved on to other things, which is sad. But either way, I feel like we got some cool stuff out of it. I love Cyberforce, all that stuff. All the creators, even the ones that came up later, Joe Mad, J. Scott Campbell, they got to kind of create their own thing and do their own stories. We got Battle Chasers out of it, Steampunk from Chris Bacalo. So many cool stories that, we probably wouldn't have had otherwise. So there you go. There is the final issue from Jim Lee when he was with Marvel. I just got this, and there you go. The farewell address. So anywho, thanks for staying tuned, and till next time, till more cool stuff arrives at my doorstep, peace out. Have a good one.